And so my first question would be, when was the last time you rewatched the film?
I have not watched it since it's released.
Okay, so you don't go back.
I don't watch anything that I make once it gets released. It ceases to be mine. It becomes yours.
Yeah.
You watch it back to back 3 times. It becomes the audiences, or in this case, whatever little audience came to watch D-Day, it became theirs. Over the years, that audience has increased, and over the years, people have been messaging me and saying that's a film that made me into a filmmaker, and it was brilliant, and this and that, and all those kind of things. But yeah, it was disheartening on day one when it released at 1.75 crores on the first day, and I was like, what the hell happened or whatever. But we are actually not. I wasn't. I was very clear that the fact that I got to make the film the way I made the film was, and we had done 20 or so, like Lightbox at that time used to be not the Lightbox where it is now, but it was in Santa Cruz, and we did some 20 previews, and from Amitabh Bachchan to Javed Akhtar to, I mean, it was packed. People in the film industry, by the time that the film, we were doing the previews, people used to call me and say, can we come? Can we come? We've heard the film is fantastic. Can we come? So everybody came. We had 6 o'clock show, 9 o'clock show, 6 o'clock show, 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Just previews. So
Yeah.
I was very happy at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. And can you take me back to the beginning? How did it all start? What was the germ of an idea that?
The germ was a conversation I had with my driver. His name is Ramesh. And I think I may be getting the dates wrong. So, I mean, I think it was a May 2011
Okay.
when Osama bin Laden was captured or was killed in Abbottabad. And I used to live in Pali Hill at that time, and my office used to be in Almeida Park, and we were driving down, and he said कि यार सर सुना है कि ओसामा बिन लादेन को पकड़ लिया वो लोग ने. I said हाँ मैंने भी सुना है. That was the day of, those were the years of Facebook, and there was no Instagram, and there was no WhatsApp, and there was not even Twitter, I think, at that time. Maybe there was, I don't know. And he said हमने भी सुना है, and अगर उसको पकड़ सकते हैं तो दाऊद इब्राहिम को क्यों नहीं पकड़ सकते, हम लोग क्यों नहीं भेज रहे किसी को लाने के लिए. And I was like, yeah man, that's a good question. Went up to my office, and all my cool hip ADs, all of them was like, all on Facebook, and they were acting Orkut. There was something called Orkut or whatever. They were talking to each other, and they said, sir, are yaar, Osama has been caught, Osama has been caught, Osama has been caught. I said, wow, so if your kids who seemingly are from the cool media world of the film industry and my driver are asking the same question, there's a film to be made. So I called up Ritesh and Suresh, and we were already talking about doing some film, Ritesh and Suresh and I.
Yeah.
And they came. Ritesh has always been a mad freak in terms of research and this and that. So he started doing research. And yeah, I think 47 days later, we had a script.
Wow. It was that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like we used to meet in my house, and we used to talk, and then they went and they wrote it, and they came back, and yeah, and I went to my sister, who's my producer, Manisha Advani and Madhu Bhojwani, both of them who are my producers, and I was writing something at that time called like 4 more shots.
Okay. Okay.
Or at that time there was no 4 more shots. There was Sex in the City, right? So I was
Yeah.
writing something like 4 sisters in love and whatever, and all the problems and this thing, doing some kind of Salamesh with 4 sisters. And I just went to them and said, listen, we are making this. It's ready. We are making it. Let's start casting it.
Yeah. I have to tell you that the dialogues of the film are so good.
Yeah.
There's just so much of poetry in them,
Yeah.
and all of them are speaking with such effortlessness. I mean, I remember there's this line by Arjun Rampal where one of the goons ask him कि तू कौन है, and then he says कि मैं सजा हूँ, गुनाह किया है तो some, like it's all
Yeah,
those lines. Do you
yeah.
remember crafting those ones like?
Ritesh Shah.
Okay.
Ritesh Shah was a dialogue writer, and I think Niranjan, who did the lyrics of the film, I mean, Niranjan and I had worked in Kalhonao together. He had done the dialogues of Kalhonao.
Yeah.
And he had written that first teaser piece, which everybody went mad when of Shah Rukh,
Yeah.
Kya Pata Kal Ho Na Ho. And he had written that, and he was doing the lyrics of D-Day. We actually, post Kalhonao, we didn't work for a long time. 2004 to 2011, about 7-8 years. and we were working on the music, and then I went- I just felt that, you know, maybe there are certain parts that I felt that needed to be a little more, uh, I needed to work little more work, and I called Niranjan. He was on the set when we did some. So maybe I think the last soliloquy of
Rishi Kapoor.
Rishi Kapoor and all that is something that he and I wrote together.
Okay.
But otherwise, Ritesh is the dialogues are incredible.
Yeah, yeah. And talking about that scene in particular, you said
Trigger Kheech, Mamla Mach Kheech,
yeah, that's
all
also
that is all Ritesh.
yeah. You said about that scene previously that you made the entire film for that scene towards the end,
Yeah,
where Rishi
yeah,
Kapoor is giving
yeah.
that monologue.
Vikram Motwani hated that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So D-Day's last draft was written by Anurag Kashyap.
Oh, wow.
I sent it to him. Because Anurag used to keep saying that, oh, you know, now he says it openly. That those days he used to say it only to the select few of us who we all grew up together. And now he says it openly. वो भाग गया था अभी वापस आ गया, you know. And talking about my whole mainstream commercial journey.
Yeah.
So I remember I met him outside. This restaurant is there now. Used to be there in Bandra called Royal China. And I told him. He said, "What? अभी क्या कर रहा है?" I said, "Anurag, I'm coming back. मैं कर रहा हूँ. मैं लिख रहा हूँ. ये rubbish करेगा या ये कर वगैरह." So I said, I'll send it to him. So I sent it to him. Then he wrote a draft. The last draft of D-Day was written by him, and I sent it to Vikram to read. And Motwani called me up and he said that, "Listen, boss, I don't like the end. You know, bring him. Why doesn't he bring him back? Why don't they bring him back? And why don't they put him into jail or
Trial.
something,
Yeah.
whatever." And I said, but he says that what do you go to jail? He'll pay and he'll get out and he'll listen. That's the system. That's a comment against the system. And he said, no, I don't like it. Whatever. But I made it for that scene. I made it just for that scene. I just felt that is a big statement. I mean, we had all grown up with Rang De Basanti, and Rang De Basanti was a very big. It had a great effect with us, you know, and what youth could do and what India could actually and could see. So yeah, it was meant for that scene. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that scene, and Rishi Kapoor performed it beautifully.